could already tell the brightness. Watch this. Damn, this shit is yellow.
What's happening, fam? Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing well. Sorry for the noise next door, but they're doing some construction. But today this video is sponsored by Auxito LED, which is one of my lighting sponsors. And today we're definitely, this is way long overdue, definitely changing out the bulbs in my boy Bruce here. And this is a 2016 Ram Sport, and it actually comes with the LED setup. Now, I did my thorough research. These bulbs work for it. These are the 9005 HB3s. I'll go over that in a second. Guys, I will put a link up how to take your, because in order to take your headlight out, you got to take the grill out, and I will show you real fast. Obviously, see this plastic portion right here. Got to pry it up, pry up the 1, 2, 3, 4. There are like pop clip type clips. Got to pry that up, take that plastic shroud off right here. Then you got to take off 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts that holds the grill. And then once those bolts come off, now this is an aftermarket grill, but the same concept applies. You literally, once you take those bolts off, you put your hand back there and open it out like a gate and just wiggle it out real quick. All my wires are still connected, that's why it's on the floor. Now, once you're finished with that, this is very, very important. You have these two long bolts right here. One goes to the top of the headlight, the shorter one, and then the longer one goes to the bottom right there. And let me show you how that works. Now, I don't know if you saw it, but on the time lapse, I put markings on this portion right here. This is the headlight adjuster, so you don't want to move that too much. So I put a straight Sharpie line so I know if this moves like that, put it back straight. So, because when you're taking this bolt out, there is a chance that this is going to move. You don't want to mess with that, otherwise it's going to adjust your headlight up or down. You get what I'm saying? So you put that Sharpie line right there just as a safety net so you know what you're doing. Now, once you get those two out, this is the important part right here. You got to pull off, there's a flap right here. If you can see it, yeah, there you go. There's a flap right there. Take the pop clip out. Let's pull it back, don't worry, it won't break. And inside up there, you'll see this plastic, let me see. Yes, this plastic piece right here. See how it works? You got to literally push the plastic piece up in order to release the headlight. Now, when you put it back later on and you bolt it down, you pull this down and it reinforces the lock. You get what I'm saying? So this is a plastic lock. Don't forget, this is very, very important. Okay? Now, once you get the lock out, something easy to do. See, this is the major plug right here for my light. There's nothing else holding this. So all you got to do is press this right here. Just press it and pull this connection out, and then you could release the entire light. Now, what you're going to need to take these bolts off and whatnot, you're going to need a pry tool. You're going to need a 10mm socket. You're definitely going to need a long extension, and you're going to need an 8mm socket to take off this plate right here. To take this plate right here that goes on the back of the housing. All right, guys, so in the box you have your pair of LEDs, you have your directions right here, and you have this little Ziploc bag with some zip ties, an Allen key, and a couple gaskets. These are Very, very important. Don't lose these gaskets, because for this car, for this truck, the 2016 or maybe the 4th gen Rams, you're gonna need them, and I'll show you why. Now each bulb, it's 8,000 lumens. They're 40 watts a piece. Comes with the CAN bus adapter right here and a 12,000 RPM cooling fan. Now these bulbs are pretty bright. They are 6500K or 6500 Kelvin in brightness, so it's a nice white light, okay? All right guys, so I already checked the bulb. Everything works. Now this is the important portion of this video. This is the original gasket that comes on this bulb right here. It's thinner. This one is slightly thicker, and then there's a black one right here that's really, really thick. Now I tried the black one on here. When you put it on there, it's hard to push the bulb in and turn it. So what the gaskets do is they, depending on the size of it, it seals the bulb onto the housing like so, and you'll feel it when you turn it. You'll feel like some resistance. That's what you want. So when it vibrates, it's not gonna vibrate and turn and fall off into the light housing. You don't want that. This is the original one. This is the thinnest one that they had on there. This one is not gonna work, because when it's on there, it's gonna have a lot of play, and you don't want that. So the next orange gasket up, that is the one you want, not the black or the one that comes on the bulb. Now, in case you're wondering, I already checked as well. The housing fits perfectly on here. Everything fits. Everything fits, so you don't have to worry about a fitment issue. Just make sure this piece right here, the CAN bus or the ballast, make sure that piece, just try to put that away from any wires, because the ballast will tend to get hot. That goes without saying, but obviously these wires in here are obviously high temperature, so they can handle it. So again, just make sure you that's why they give you the zip ties in here, so you can tie certain things up or whatnot. Now, in a later video, I'm gonna just let you guys know, I'll be doing a comparison. I have HIDs for this truck, and we'll do a comparison later on, but that's for a later time. I just wanted you guys to know that. And in case, if you guys think I'm rushing a little bit, guys, it is 30 degrees out here. It is freaking cold, but I wanted to get this done because my sponsor is good to me, so, you know what I mean, I gotta be good to them, vice versa. So the second part of this segment, real quick, let me show you. What you're gonna be doing, you're gonna be using this top screw as a guide. So what happens is, this top screw, when you look at the LED chipset, it's gonna be flat or horizontal. Now, when you tighten it, you want the chipsets to be vertical in the 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock position. That is what they recommend in the instructions. So what you do is, you turn this like this, where this piece is flat. You find your Allen hole right here, you loosen this, and the Allen hole is gonna allow you to turn these locking tabs right here. So you leave this screw, make sure it's at the top, you turn this locking tab, because I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna match up, because I already adjusted mine. You move the locking tabs with the size of these grooves real quick. Now once you move them properly, retighten the Allen screw, and look. And you'll see that this top screw is gonna go, it's gonna end, the turn is gonna end right where it says lock right here, look. Boom. And when you match it up, like if you pull it out and match it up, guess what? When you turn it, look, nice and vertical where it should be, in the 3 o'clock, 9 o'clock position. And that's really it, okay? Obviously I can't test the bulb right now because I disconnected the harness. So let's get to that real quick. All right guys, this is just a quick test. The exposure is lowered all the way, but you can already tell the brightness. Watch this. Damn, this shit is yellow. Okay guys, I'm about to put the back of the housing back on, but if you have some dielectric grease, I will link everything in the description. Put them on the connecting points on from the canvas or the ballast to the headlight, and even
on this portion right here of the harness. It creates a nice watertight connection, wicks any moisture from the connection, so you always have that 100% connection. You get what I'm saying? You always want that proper electrical connection. This is how I tucked everything in right here. I didn't have to tie anything up. The ballast is not touching anything. If you look in here, the ballast is not touching anything, and that's it. So I'm about to bolt this back up, put the headlight on, and you'll see me time-lapsing changing this one out. But obviously you guys can see there's a huge difference in lighting quality from the stock stuff to the aftermarket. Okay. Also, I sprayed some Amsoil metal protector in here in these screw holes, because you definitely, look at this one right here. Look what happened to this screw. Look at the head. I almost couldn't get it out, but I did. So you definitely don't want anything seizing up in here. So it's perfectly lubricated for the next time, especially when I got to change out the high beam, because I'm pretty sure that's yellow as well.
All right, guys, the install is complete. Let's check it out real quick. Wow, look at the difference in the lighting. Now the exposure is lowered all the way, so keep that in mind. But now the 6500K matches perfectly with the fog lights, even the grill. So I'll be back later to show you how bright it is under full darkness, and we'll take it for a spin. All right, guys, here you go. The exposure is all the way down and it still looks like blurred, but the lights are nice and bright, and it stretches pretty damn far all the way across the street where those 3 lights are. You can see like 3 lights a little bit, I guess, all the way over there. It's pretty nice. Damn. All right, guys, here's a little bit of a rolling shot of the Auxito LEDs. This is with the lights off. Here's with the lights on. Look how bright that is. Look at the travel. Just look at the travel. Look at the sign all the way down there. Look at the stop sign, how it illuminates the stop sign. Look at that. It's really cool. The travel is very far. Very far. As I said in the video, guys, 8,000 lumens a piece. That is fantastic. It's fantastic. You have a nice 12,000 RPM cooling fan as well. It's pretty awesome. Guys, definitely like, subscribe, comment. In the description I will have links with a discount code to go to their store. Definitely check that out. And you could also check out Auxito LED on Amazon as well. They have a pretty cool Amazon store, so definitely check that out. If you have Prime, you can get the stuff, you know, with fast shipment and whatnot. All right, guys, check this out again. Look at that. That's insane from how this truck comes with supposed LED bulbs, and they were so dim. It actually almost looks like halogens. All right, but anyway, guys, that's my time. Take it easy.